What's up, guys? Welcome to a prediction show for UFC 292 going down in Boston. It's been a while since the UFC's been there, but it feels good to have it back in the lineup. You got Sean O'Malley taking on Aljamain Sterling, and you got a girls' championship bout going down. Magnum Zhang Weill taking on Amanda Lemos.
This card has had a lot of shuffles going on. Ian Gary's fight fell out with Jeff Neal, and now Neil Magny has to step in. There's been a lot of shuffles, but I think this card is going to be amazing. I think top to bottom, there's going to be fireworks on Saturday night, so I'm super excited for this card. Me and Priest are here. We're going to be predicting the co-main event and the main event of the evening. So starting in the co-main event, you have Zhang Weill defending her title against Amanda Lemos. Priest, what do you think's going down in this fight?
To sum up, Zhang Weill is lethal. Her power is unbelievable, man. But in this fight, you kind of look at Amanda Lemos and who she fought. She's fought decent opponents, but not nearly on the level of Zhang Weill. I mean, she fought Jessica Andrade, but she lost. So I think it's going to be a tough bout for Zhang Weill, and Zhang Weill is so good. Her takedown defense is unbelievable. And what makes her so good is she's so patient whenever she gets in dangerous positions. We saw Carla Esparza in round one. She had her. I thought she was going to get the head and arm choke, but she stayed patient, got out, striked her way to a victory, and got the submission. So I'm going to rock with Zhang Weill. I think she might put her lights out.
Yeah? Put her lights out? I don't know. Zhang Weili's got a lot of power, and I will say the one thing that she does very, very well is she forces the pressure. She's going to walk you forward, keep walking you forward. She doesn't get over aggressive to where she's lunging her punches and being too aggressive, but she's very patient, she's very calculated, and she throws such straight punches. And I think that's what's going to be detrimental to Amanda Lemos. She's very good on the ground. She's very good at striking, but she tends to loop her punches a lot. So I think Zhang Weill is going to exploit that. I think she's going to put the pressure on, just wait, almost stalk her prey, stalk. And I honestly think she could put her lights out too. Will it happen? I don't think so. I think this fight's going to go to a decision. And she's been in the cage with the best of the division and Carla Esparza and Rose Namajunas multiple times. So I'm also going to rock with Zhang Weill. I think she's going to get it done.
I agree. If Zhang Weill puts the pressure on, her opponents kind of fold a little bit almost. You almost kind of got to play her game. And I think that's what she does very well.
But moving into the main event, you have Aljamain Sterling taking on Sean O'Malley in what is one of the most anticipated fights of this year. So, Priest, let's get into this fight. What do you think's going down, and who do you have?
I can't believe this fight's already came, man. It's crazy. I mean, Aljamain Sterling just fought Henry Cejudo back in May. Now he's fighting in August. What a quick turnaround. Sean O'Malley's had the time off since his last fight against Peter Yan in Abu Dhabi. But I'm going to keep this one short and sweet. Sean O'Malley, if he wants to win this fight, he's got to keep it in the center of the octagon. He can't play Aljo's game of Aljo walking him back down. But Sean O'Malley does a really good job at his feints and fakes. And he's kind of unpredictable to some degree. It may look like he's going to throw a leg kick, but then he goes upstairs with a high kick. He's really good with the knees, too, and the clinch. What we saw against Peter Yan that busted him up, which ultimately got the win, I believe. But if you're Aljamain Sterling, you got to get this fight to the mat. You got to make it boring. As boring as you can get, you cannot let Sean O'Malley get to the feet.
I disagree, honestly. I don't think he has to make it a boring fight. I think the X factor in Aljamain Sterling game going into this fight is his leg kicks. And we saw it against Henry Cejudo. He did not care. He did not care if he was kicking his shins. He didn't care if he was kicking his arms. He didn't care if he was kicking his leg. He was there to kick. And I think it is proven that Sean O'Malley is a little bit fragile with the kicks, hinting the Cheeto Vera fight. So I think Aljo's going to come in very kick heavy. And I think on the feet, he can stay with Sean O'Malley. He is a good striker. He's very funky. There's a reason he's called the Funk Master. He throws punches from weird angles with weird head movement, and I think it's going to lull Sean O'Malley to sleep. It's not like he's just going to stand there and be a punching bag for Sean O'Malley to pick his shots. Sean O'Malley's going to have to throw some very unorthodox shots to put him out.
But what makes Sean O'Malley striking so good is he's unpredictable.
So is Aljo. I mean, when
Yeah,
Aljo's
Aljo-
head's
it's
way
true.
down here, that's pretty tough to hit.
Sean, the way Sean O'Malley mixes up his punches is really good. He'll be in an orthodox position. He'll do a little feint, and then he'll slowly switch back to southpaw, and half of the opponents don't see the left coming. I can see where Aljamain Sterling doesn't see Sean O'Malley switching stances into a southpaw position and not seeing the left that comes right at him.
Okay, but who's put Aljo out besides Marlon Moraes? None. If you stylistically look at this fight, Aljamain Sterling is going to win in every category. He will win on the feet. He will win on the ground. He will win in the jiu-jitsu department. He will win in the pressure department and the cage control. He will win in every part of this fight. And I will say, I give all the credit in the world to Aljamain Sterling because I didn't think he had a gas tank. You saw in the Peter Yan fights, he is gassed. Both fights he gassed.
Who?
He went 5 hard rounds with
Aljo.
Henry Cejudo. 5 hard rounds and he won. And so my question is, can Sean O'Malley do the same thing? Can he go 25 minutes? He went 15 minutes with Peter Yan and looked absolutely dead.
Phenix, that was
He
a war,
was
bro.
dead.
That was a war.
You don't think this fight is going to be a war?
No. I
Really?
don't think it's going to be a war. I think Aljo's going to make it boring. The way...
Yeah, he's going to make it boring. He's going to be relentless with the takedown. And Sean O'Malley, that is very hard to get up from being on the bottom. And you're
Sean
going to tell me
O'Malley's-
that he's going to do that
Sean-
15 times in a fight?
Sean O'Malley's wrestling is very underrated.
I
man.
don't care about his wrestling, bro. Aljamain Sterling was a college wrestler. He took down the Olympic gold medalist multiple times.
Yes.
Multiple times. So to say that Sean O'Malley's wrestling is underrated, that's not going to win him the fight. Yes, he can probably get up 3 or 4 times, but is he going to be able to get up in the 4th and the 5th round when it means the most?
I don't think it's going to go there.
You don't think so?
I think it's going to be done either in 1 or 2.
You think he's going to put out Aljo?
Yes.
There's no way Sean O'Malley's winning this fight. No way. Unless it's a lucky
find
head
out on
punch, it's a
Saturday.
fight. Whatever can happen. Aljamain Sterling will
he's in
dominate this fight. Will dominate this fight. And it's not even going to be close.
I think you're going to be shocked. I think you're going to be shocked.
There's only one way to find out. So obviously you're taking Sean O'Malley.
Yes, got to represent.
I'm taking Aljamain Sterling. I'm giving his credit. He's the best
don't-
bantamweight of all time.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. He is on a cold, hot tear right now.
Well, there's only one way to find out. August 19th. It is going down. But that's going to do it from the prediction show. Like always, like, comment, and subscribe at the Burn Factory Podcast. We'll see you guys for the recap show.
This is the Burn Factory.